Now, politics continues over Munger incident, where one person was killed in a gunfiring during an idol immersion in Bihar. Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut called the incident as anti-Hindutva. He also went on to say that if such an incident were to happen in Maharashtra, West Bengal or Rajasthan, the governors of BJP leaders would have demanded precedence rule. He questioned as to why the Bihar governor and the BJP leaders were not raising questions. Remember, just a few days ago, the Maharashtra governor questioned the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray on his Hindutva for not opening up religious places within the state.
ये मानता हूँ कि हिंदुत्व के ऊपर हमला है। इस प्रकार से अगर दुर्गा माता के जुलूस पर हमला महाराष्ट्र में या पश्चिम बंगाल में होता तो मुझे पूरा विश्वास है वहाँ के राज्यपाल और वहाँ के सभी बीजेपी के हमारे जो पॉलिटिकल जो नेता है, राजकीय नेता है, वो सभी ने सबसे पहले वो मांग करते थे कि वहाँ राष्ट्रपति शासन लगा। अब तक न राज्यपाल ने उस बारे में सवाल उठाया है और ना वहाँ की बीजेपी ने सवाल उठाया है। तो के ऊपर हमला है। इस प्रकार
माननीय संजय राउत शिवसेना उद्धव ठाकरे पहले दिन से वो महाराष्ट्र में ढंग से राज नहीं कर सकते। उनको पता है महाराष्ट्र बर्बाद हो रहा है और इसके लिए हर 2-4 दिन में कोई इंटरनेशनल दूसरे राज्य का सब्जेक्ट निकाल के लोगों का ध्यान डाइवर्ट करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
शायद उनको ये अगर नहीं मालूम है तो उनको मालूम होना चाहिए कि इस समय बिहार प्रदेश में चुनाव चल रहा है और चुनाव के समय सारे अधिकार चुनाव आयोग के हाथ में होते हैं। वहाँ आदर्श आचार संहिता लागू है, इसलिए इस प्रकार की बयानबाजी से बचें तो अच्छा।
We're cutting across to Rohit Kumar joining us live for more details. Rohit, take us through the politics that's brewing over the Munger incident. You have Sanjay Raut now hitting out to the government saying if it were to be a non-BJP state, one can only wonder what the governors would have said, demanding for a presidential rule. Take us through the politics that you see brewing.
Well, yes, politics is being played out for the last 3 to 4 days over the Munger firing incident. We first saw Tejasvi Yadav and Chirag Paswan comparing Nitish Kumar to General Dyer and the Munger firing incident to Jallianwala Bagh. And then we see the Shiv Sena and the Congress also hitting out at the Nitish Kumar government over the law and order situation which is prevailing in the state. And this is not without any reason because elections are going on in the state at this point of time. One phase of polling is already over. 2 more phases to go, and obviously the opposition wants to keep this issue alive till the entire election process is over, because this is a issue which suits the opposition to hit out at the BJP and the JDU government here in Bihar. And that is why we are seeing politics is being played out. But as far as Munger is concerned, where I am at this point of time, Munger is now slowly limping back to normalcy. All the shops today are open after 5 days and life is now normal here. Though the family members of the deceased boy, 18-year-old Anurag Poddar, the family members are not happy with the investigations which are going on in this entire case, and the investigation one which has been ordered by the Election Commission. They are demanding that the Central Bureau of Investigation should take over the investigation in the entire case, so that a free and fair probe can take place.
Right. Rohit, thank you very much for joining us with those details on that. Now, India Today has accessed the internal report of the CISF on the Munger firing incident. CISF has said that 20 of their Jawans were deployed on the procession duty in Bihar's Munger district at that time. During the course of the procession, a dispute arose between local police and devotees present, in which devotees first started pelting stones at the police. In defense, the police fired shots in the air and the crowd dispersed. A probe is now underway into the violence that occurred on the 26th of October, where shots were fired during a Durga Puja event that led to death of one person. Lipi Singh, who was removed as Munger Superintendent of Police yesterday by the Election Commission, had claimed that the firing was from the side of the crowd and not the police. The victim's family is now demanding a CBI probe into this matter and claim that their son died in this police firing.
हम तो बुढ़ापा का सहारा मेरा छीना गया। अब बुढ़ापा का सहारा दीजिए। मेरा बेटा तो चिराग चला गया। अब हम कमा नहीं सकते हैं, खा नहीं सकते हैं। आप समझते हैं कि माँ का दर्द इसका बेटा बना दीजिए और मेरा बुढ़ापा का सहारा दे दीजिए, और हमको क्षमता नहीं है बोलने का।
मेरे लड़का का एक दोस्त ने मेरी छोटी लड़की को फोन करके बोला कि अनुराग को गोली लग गया है, वो गिरा पड़ा हुआ है, और उसी समय हम देखे कि फोर्स गांधी चौक से बाटा चौक तरफ गोलियां चलाते हुए जा रही थी। अगर ये प्रशासन कहते हैं कि गोली नहीं चली है तो ये गलत है। प्रशासन की ओर से गोली चली ही चली है।
भगदड़ में जैसे एक बार आगे जाता ना सबकी देखने कि क्या हुआ, उसी टाइप से हो रहा था। तो है ना, एक दो बार ऐसा हुआ, फिर तीसरा टाइम क्या किया, पुलिस डायरेक्ट फायर चला दिया। हम गोली चलते तो नहीं देखे सर, हम लोग इधर गली साइड भाग गए थे, काहे कि भगदड़ उधर हो रहा था। तो है ना, लेकिन जितना वहाँ पब्लिक उब्लिक था सब बोला, भीड़ जितना था सब बोला कि प्रशासन की तरफ से गोली चला है। और जिसको लगा और भी बहुत सारे लोगों को लगा ना, उस लोग भी बोला कि प्रशासन की तरफ से गोली चलाया गया।
अभी स्थिति बिल्कुल सामान्य है, हमारा बल भी है, रोड्स पे है, सड़कों पे है, फ्लैग मार्च निकली है और हम लोग लगातार मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हैं। इंश्योर हम लोग कर रहे हैं पुलिस की विजिबिलिटी से, प्रेजेंस से, और जो लोग कल उपद्रव किए उनको चिन्हित किया जाएगा, जो भी उसमें नियमबद्ध कार्रवाई है वो की जाएगी।
Kamaljeet Sandhu joining us live for more details on that. Kamaljeet, the CISF report on October 26th suggests details which are quite shocking, that the police in turn in fact fired at the crowds because they were creating a ruckus. Initially reports the SP was suspended. He said that the firing came from the side of the crowd. The family demands action against the police department. What more do we know?
Nabila, let me talk about the CISF report, because this is an internal report sent by the men on the ground to the headquarters. It does not mention firing coming in from the crowd. However, they have given a detailed representation of what has happened during that particular time, saying that they were deployed, especially along with state police, and there was a squabble between the procession as well as the local police, and that really escalated, after which the police resorted to firing in the air. It does not mention that any fire came from within the crowd, saying after that particular instance, the crowd were instigated and there was heavy stone pelting, after which even the CISF personnel resorted to opening fire in the air. So nobody is saying that they fired upon the crowd itself, but saying the necessity was there because the situation threatened to go out of control, after which they had to resort to firing in the air. This actually brought the situation under control, and the troops could go back safely to their barracks. But clearly something untoward definitely happened. One person lost their life. But this is an internal report. It may not have a larger ramification as far as what's happening as far as the ground inquiry is concerned. But remember, CISF personnel being involved, and they were deployed as per the state police in the election and the procession duty, and that is why this entire incident has come to light, and this report has been sent to the headquarters.
Right, Kamalji, thank you very much for joining us with those details on that.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.